Hey everyone, it is your boy Kev, and welcome back to another KKS Gaming live stream experience. Tonight we're going to be talking about E3 2018 stuff that we hope to see, we'd like to see, we could see, some predictions, and we're going to talk about a few things of E3's past, some of the best times, the worst times, the good times, and the cringy times. Oh yes, there was a lot of cringy times we need to talk about. But first, let me introduce my guests to you. I want to introduce my usual sidekick in this adventure, the guy that comes with me every time I do these yearly podcasts, my boy, Professor Warren. Professor. What's good with you, mate?
Nice day. It's not raining for once up here in Virginia.
Oh, good.
And hype for some E3 shit.
Good. Awesome. And now we also she's new to the podcast, and I want everybody to show her some love. The illustrious, beautiful streamer. I think I could say that. I think I could say that without, offending nobody. Beautiful streamer, Brianna Cutie Pie. How you doing, girl?
I was good to use my government name.
Oh Jesus, I didn't mean to do that.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, oh no, I didn't mean to out her. Oh no, doxed. I doxed her. No, she ain't gonna be next year for our next year's podcast. No, I was so scared. Oh my god. So I just want E3 has come. And I am hyped from what I've been seeing. We've been getting like a blitzkrieg of new trailers. There have been a lot of like surprises that I thought we weren't going to see. There were some games that I was like, I cannot believe that's on this console. Like I think one was like Paladins for the Switch, which I was like, what? Okay, sure. I can't see the correlation, but I know somebody's gonna get paid in a little bit. Okay, I'll see what they're doing there. So I've been really hype about the pre-surprise stuff, but I want to know from everybody, what is everybody really hyped to see going forward next week? I'm gonna start with Bree first. Bree, what do you hype to see? What's something that you really hype to see? In general.
Well, as someone really in depth in the FGC, I'm really excited to hear more about the Smash 5 that's coming out.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm hyped for.
Wait.
I'm like hyped for Smash 5, and I ain't played Smash since Melee, so I'm legit hyped
For
about
real?
that.
I know I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah.
But I haven't played since Melee either. I know I'm not really gonna touch it unless it's like that amazing. But I'm excited just to see like a new Smash game on the Switch, something new for people to play. What changes can be made? What guest characters are gonna be featured?
Yeah, that's what really amazed me was how you have like the Nintendo roster, which you have like Link and Zelda and Mario and Princess, and then you have like the Pokemon, but then you have like these characters that come from different Nintendo properties, or even sometimes even different console properties. Like one year like there was like Solid Snake, and then another year it was like Pac-Man, and Sonic was in the Wii U version, and it was just it was so weird. Then you see like Cloud and the Wii U and Ryu, and then see like Bayonetta, yeah. And then you would see like those weird wacky characters that you'd never see, that like Ness and Lucas from Mother 3, which is weird because Mother 3 has never came out in America, but everybody is so familiar with Lucas. And I'm like, that's cool to see too. Like, oh, so I played, because I remember I played Mother 3, you know, the only way you can play Mother 3. And I thought that game was pretty cool. But it was just like, oh, I'm familiar with this character, but I know this character primarily because of Smash. So it's kind of good to see, you know, Nintendo digging out these characters and then also being welcome to these other characters from different franchises. I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, I mean, Marth isn't even been in an American release until Fire Emblem Warriors.
Right. Marth,
because his game is Japanese and just never been ported.
Right. Yeah. Like Marth, and I came out in the American version of Fire Emblem on the GBA. That's when I get to see Ike for the first time. And so I was like, that's pretty cool. So that's also good to see. Warren, what are you legit hyped to see coming out?
I know it's wrong and I should be wary and weird about it, but I'm really hyped for Anthem. Like, I'm so hyped for Anthem.
Yeah, me too. Huh? No, go ahead.
Ooh, I mean, remember last time we were talking about it for like, 30, 20 minutes when we just saw a trailer for it. And for real, I mean, it's BioWare doing it, and BioWare has been kind of messy the past couple games, but flying around, shooting things, and then there's like magical Iron Mans, and I'm kind of interested in that shit.
I did like the look of the armors. Like, I thought the armors were pretty, because I don't know what they're gonna call them, but I'll call them armors. I think they call them javelins. I think that's what they call them as. But I'm saying fuck that. I'm gonna call them the armors. So the armors were pretty distinct. Like, you see like the running animation with the jets, like, see them like traversing. I like to see how all that plays out. I just hope that they can live up to whatever they set, because that world is very fleshed out, and when you have like really realized fleshed out worlds, that can easily put a stress on a game engine, because you might get glitches or whatnot. So if they can hammer down those glitches and really give this really good give a good fleshed out world where I can kind of like explore, I'd be happy to see that, and not DLC the shit out of everybody, because that's something I'm like, oof, because that's definitely EA MO.
Well, we've been talking about Destiny before.
Yeah, we talked about Destiny before. I don't want to bring up that.
And
yeah, because that was
I touch it until it gets to time.
Yeah, that'd be an argument. That'd be like a discussion on his own self. Yeah, that one. Bree, did you want anything to add about Anthem?
Yeah, I'm really excited for Anthem. I like the exosuits. I like what we saw as far as the customization of them. But I hope that they give us more insight as to what exactly you can and can't do, and like the whole point of the game, I guess. Just like more information on it. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Right. I think
right now, like, all we know is like we're in some kind of post-apocalyptic setting, and we have pool suits.
Right. It was like there was a nice bizarre scene, and it was like a guy's like, I need help, and he was too cheap. He was like, he was a cheap guy, like, oh, dude, I need help. I didn't pay the money. I'm sorry. And then now they're stuck. I hope. Can you help me out? Can you help a brother out, please? So I want to see that world fleshed out. I want to see what they have to offer. More gameplay. see what they have to offer. So Saturday is going to be pretty. Saturday's going to be pretty interesting at the EA. I kind of also wanted to do these by conference maybe, but I think really comes down. I think it'll just come down to what we want to see in EA, when we want to see in Sony, Microsoft, and I think Nintendo, Activision. You know, you can go there. Ubisoft. Oh my God, Ubisoft. Lord, I don't even know what to feel about Ubisoft. But we got Anthem out the way. I mean, we talked a little. What does everybody want to see about from EA? We'll start with Warren. Warren, what do you want to see in EA? More in EA besides Anthem?
Oh, I'm hoping for a single player Star Wars game. I mean, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan,
right?
But see something, because like I never really got around to playing KOTOR or any of the other one, but I am a huge fan of Force Unleashed,
right?
And
same.
I know it's a bad game, but it's still a lot of fun. I want to see something in that world and what I'm seeing in the movies.
Yeah, I agree
I
with
don't
that.
care if we're a Jedi or not. Do something that seems completely devoid. I do not want to meet a Skywalker. If I meet a friggin' Skywalker, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would really like something akin to what we got in like a Rogue One or a Solo, where it's like instead of like telling the story like with Jedi, it's about the Jedi and there's a Sith. What about like just random space dudes that just happen to get caught up in something that was bigger than them? Like, hey, we got a cargo, we need you to ship. Okay. Oh wait, why is the Empire going for it? Oh, it's something big. Wait, I'm smuggling for the rebels. What is this? And then it's just like dudes just happen to get caught up in that. I would be happy for something that's like something akin to Borderlands, that's in like that westerny grungy aesthetic that we did get from a Star Wars, that happens to reside in the Star Wars community, like something on Jakku or Tatooine. Not necessarily Tatooine, but something that happens on like Kashyyyk, or something that happens, where or Nal Hutta, something that we could see that's kind of like a kind of get the space westerny feel that we've always wanted to see more in Star Wars. And I would like to see that kind of stuff, like get those really good blaster battles, and like making deals with shady people, but then trying to get to not so much like a good or evil versus story, but just something where it's just like, I'm just trying to make it to the end of the day. I got to deal with these people. Like, I got to make deals with this person. I got to make deals with that person. But these are like shady characters or interesting characters. As long as you make interesting characters in Star Wars, I'm happy for that. You got the license, make that work. Something akin to like what we were going to see in 1313. That would be dope. That'd be dope to see that. Bree, do you have anything to add?
Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. No, I'm sorry, War. Go ahead. Sorry, Bree. Hold on a second. What are you saying, War?
I was just saying that we know Amy Hennig's game got canceled, so we're kind of on pins and needles waiting for whatever. What's the game developer? Either way, someone showed them a whole new thing they were working on, and that's what is going to be the single player. So hopefully we see it this year.
Okay. All right. Okay, that'd be good. That'd be cool to see. Okay, now Brie, what would you? I'm sorry for cutting you off, Brie. But now, what would you say, Brie? What are you about to?
As far as EA goes, I really would like to see more stuff regarding indie games, like the sequel to Unravel. Kind of got announced and nothing. So hopefully we see something about that. I'm trying to remember another one. But yeah, honestly, like, as far as EA goes, it's pretty much like Unravel, Anthem, which we already talked about, and I'm kind of curious about what's gonna happen with Battlefield.
Mhm. Yeah, Battlefield. What are we on 5 now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of the last one.
Yeah,
I was more of a Battlefield. The one that came out before that.
4. No. Wait, make sure. I won't be saying that out. I won't be talking out of my butt.
It was 4. I think you might be right.
Yeah, it was 4. Yeah, it was 4. Okay.
Yeah, because that last one was named something else, but yeah, I wasn't a big fan. So hopefully something more similar to Battlefield 4.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I really wasn't like totally invested in like Battlefield 1. I played the beta. It was interesting. It was interesting to see. Like, oh, it's cool to see somebody. They're like shaking it up and going the whole World War I route. Hey, Courage Wolf, how you doing? So it's good to see. Courage Wolf says he wants a Mandalorian game for Star Wars. And I'm like, now that I think about it, I'm like, that would be interesting to see the Mandalorians. Yeah. Or just have Mandalorians in that game. Like you have to deal with these Mandalorian types. Because if you had never heard of Mandalorians, basically they're like the dude bros of the universe where they go in and they handle it. Problems, Mandalore. And you don't think about Mandalorians. You want to think of a famous Mandalorian? You got to think about the man fat, Boba. Blah! Handle it. So that's a good one, Courage. I like that one. Yeah, I would like to see more I would like to see more Battlefield 5 cuz they're going back to their whole roots of World War II, so that's good. I do like the fact they're including women characters. I do like the fact, I know there was people with their fifis hurt, dude bros with their fifis, like, ooh, my fifis, ooh, there's a woman undercover, ooh. I'm like, dude, she's got a hook hand. You can't get more awesome than that right there. She's got a carbine. She got a carbine in her hook hand. Why are you mad right now? I mean, this woman, she gave her right hand for the war effort, and you mad because she's a woman? Boy, I say, dude, bye. Go on somewhere. That's some foolishness. Why you mad at a woman with a hook hand? No, Literally, a dude looks like with a mohawk. Nobody has a problem with that. Chick with a hook hand. Now wait a minute. That's not historically accurate. Let's not go there with that. Women didn't necessarily fight in the military. I'm like, what? Shut up. She killed a dude. She killed a dude with a cricket bat. What's wrong with you? In her hook hand. What's wrong with you guys? You guys need to stop it, man. No, I'm not letting you guys have that. No, not really. No. So yeah, I would like to see more gameplay of that. I don't know if that that trailer that we got before was more reminiscent to the gameplay, but I would like to see more gameplay. So we shall see from that. Is everybody pretty much clear with EA? Everybody's good with EA?
Other than that, I don't really know what's coming for them.
Yeah, it's just basically a wait and see thing. Were you good with EA?
I am.
Okay, good. Okay, let me get my lost my E3 list. So let me pull that back with my E3 schedule. Pull that back up. Bear with me for just a second. Okay, I pulled that back up. Okay, so we can EA. All right, so Microsoft. Do we all care? Yes, no, maybe. Kind of. Somewhat. Hello?
Crickets.
Chirp, 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 chirp. Okay. Your silence is deafening.
Hey, I'm just letting you run, man.
Microsoft. I would just like that. I would really like to see Microsoft just release something. You know, just be like, you know what you got?
Honestly.
Oh, you're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah,
I'm not very excited for Microsoft because I feel like it's gonna be stuff that is expected, just like the stuff that they already have that's exclusive. So maybe some Forza and Halo and Gears. I'm just kind of like over it.
Yeah, probably.
They need a Halo right now.
Yeah, they need a Halo.
Will it be good?
No.
I mean,
I'm excited for Ori though.
Oh yeah, Ori. Yeah, I think it's new Ori. Yeah. I'm just.
I mean,
I think there was one game last year that I think we were all in agreement that was like a hype game that we were like hyped to see. That mostly Isaiah was really hyped to see, and that was Cuphead. And then Cuphead came out, and it's a gem, and it's a beautiful beauty of a game, but that's about it. You know, it's like, oh, Cuphead, and some indie games that probably going to be coming out on the PC at some point too. You know.
Last year they gave stage time to Lucky's Tale, the really crappy platformer that no one liked.
Oh, Lucky's Tale.
Like, have anything last year? Did you?
No, it was like I'm gonna thumb through my list. Let me thumb through my list because I wrote a list down, and you can see me on the webcam. Look, I got my list. I got my pad and paper. I am breaking my list out, and let's see. I think the thing that came out that was kind of interesting of Microsoft from last year was the Xbox One X, PlayerUnknown's Battleground. That was going to be on PS. I know it was going to be Xbox One. State of Decay. Yeah, just what you say. Super Lucky's Tale. Crackdown 3, if that's coming out. That's pretty much where they got show now. They got show Crack this year. Yeah, this year they got show Crackdown 3.
They shouldn't.
What?
Should not.
They should not show it.
They just called for another delay. It's delayed until February 2019. They said again, like reiterated like a billion times, that it's coming out 2018. It's coming out 2018. We're gonna make it for holiday 2018.
Because I mean,
how many times is that now?
Yeah, you're right.
Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, they just keep delaying it. Like, and after a while, oh yeah, I wrote this down. It says more Minecraft. Let's say more Minecraft now in 4K. That isn't even out. They can't do Minecraft in 4K yet. It's not even out yet. There's no super duper thing yet. Yeah, it's like Minecraft now it's like more Minecraft now in 4K. I'm gonna show that to the webcam. I'm gonna see it right there. See, to the webcam, it says Minecraft, more Minecraft in 4K. Right there, in my notes from last year. Minecraft in 4K. Not even that yet. Let's see. State of Decay 2. That came out this year. So that's something. They talked about Mixer, you know, as being like, okay, we bought Beam.
Stage time for a service, though.
Right. I mean, they talked about indies.
Microsoft still hasn't learned.
Yeah, they haven't learned. They talked about indies as if indies were like, oh, indie games, right? You guys love those. Right? Indie games? Huh? Like, but that's like, indie games are like, you know, like, oh, here's what we're doing for indie games. You know, roll the indie montage. Knock that out in 3 minutes. Ain't nobody worried about indie games. Indie games are awesome games. They're wonderful games. They really do pad out a console's library, but nobody ain't worrying about indie games. Nobody's gonna be like, you know what I want to play on my Xbox One X, Stardew Valley. Nobody wants to play that. Nobody's running out to play that game.
Switch has got them.
Yeah, Switch has got them beat because, well, that's another thing. We're gonna save Nintendo for later. But, you know, well, I want to drag that out to another tangent. But I agree with what you're saying, Warren. Though I agree with what you're saying. Finish your point, though, Warren. Finish your point.
One who's any of the indie developers have been saying that like the moment they put an indie on Switch, that thing blows up and sells 4 times the copies it sold on any other system they put it out on.
Right.
So this is, you know, great on the indie front either.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that for when we get to Nintendo because I want to elaborate more on that point in a minute. Yeah, I'm looking at Sea of Thieves. You know it's weird when Microsoft's like big release for this year is Sea of Thieves. Is a cartoony aesthetic pirate game that is devoid of content and it's like, oh, it's a fun looking romp of a game, but it's devoid of content. You know, the end game stuff. What are you going to be doing besides pirating by being a pirate? You know, you're being a pirate. Now what? You got a ship. Now what? No, go ahead.
They shipped that out at a $60 price tag with absolutely nothing in the damn game.
Oh, yeah. Complete $60.
Game. Like, they can never give any shit to any other game for having nothing in game. There's Sea of Thieves.
Right, indeed. Because it's like, oh, it's a $60 release. That thing could have came out at $40 and sold gangbusters. That thing could have came out at $30 and sold gangbusters. And they could have slapped a $15 angle pass on it, and nobody would have said anything about it. That thing could have came out at $40 and been sold like gangbusters. So by the time that thing started to dwindle, oh, it's just $40. I'll just play it when I get new content. You know, it's like whatever. It's like a pickup and play and funny game to play with your friends thing. Not no like deep dive into a spiritual game. They played the tone wrong. They didn't play it as like, oh, this is just a game you can play with your friends and you can go on silly pirate adventures. No, they played it as if this was going to be a game that was going to be taken, not so much taken seriously, but it was going to have a lot of content to it. You were going to have so much fun to do. Yeah. You're going to have so much to explore, secrets to find, treasure to hunt. And then once you scrape the surface, it's kind of like, all right, now what? Kind of over it. And what made it so funny is they added it to the Xbox Game Pass thing. So now it's like, oh, I can just pay $10 a month, play the game, not play the game. It doesn't matter. I got Game Pass. Whatever.
$10?
Yeah, $10. Like, okay, $10. Play as much, or not too much, $10, but like $15. I think $15 or something. You know, a laughable amount less than $60 to be added to Game Pass, and you know, oh, I'll just play that. So, which that, of course, it doesn't affect. Yeah, but it affects your sales numbers, which causes people to look up and be like, "Oh yeah, that game's not selling well," even though it's part of your process. It's not really selling separate copies. Got it with that. Anyway, and
the whole Game Pass theory.
So what now, Warren?
That it calls into question the whole Game Pass thing. Like, are the rest of the games that are coming out first party for Xbox gonna be like this?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It had nothing in it. State of Decay was buggy as hell, and pretty much not fun for even the people who played State of Decay 1.
Yeah, it was still buggy. It was still bugginess.
For next?
I have no idea. Oh boy, this thing gets on my nerves. What else we got? Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z Fighters. They talked about that, but that's a third. That's on everything. So All right.
Not exactly a system exclusive.
Yeah, Black Desert Online. That's on PC.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. Okay, sure. The Last Night sounds like a Judd Apatow movie.
Last Night actually come out?
No, I don't think that came out yet. Can't even do it right with the thing.
It was the video game that had a whole bunch of
yeah, it was
shit around it.
It was
the guy was kind of creepy.
Yeah, it was like digital overlay with like 3D. It was like a digital, like it was like pixel sprite characters over like a 3D background and 3D background. It was really pretty. It was really an interesting looking game. And I was like, all right, I'll see that. But it was an indie game, so all right, I'll see it when it comes out. Because nobody's clamoring for indie games like, oh my god, when does that come out? When's that Stardew Valley come out? Nobody's clamoring for that. All right, I think we've covered Microsoft pretty well, right? They've
better
come out of the box with something.
Yeah, more than come out with stuff. Yeah. Wait, what did you say, Warren?
Come out with something. I'm already looking down on Microsoft for the past couple of years, and I want to see something that says Sony gonna come up with now, or what's Nintendo gonna come up with now.
Right, I agree with you on that. They got to bring it more than they've been bringing it. Okay, Bree, you good?
Mhm.
Okay, good. I'm good. Yeah. I know we kind of bark over each other, but I want you to have a voice too now. I want you to be able to I want you to bark in with us.
Over Microsoft, dude, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I'm like, whatever. Okay, one more dig. A console is really not doing as well as you want it to do is when there have been, like, how much has the Xbox One S been marked down to? I've never seen a console down to like $200 before. $200 and like 15 games to it. It feels like the old age of Atari and Coleco when it was just like, hey, here's like a console and like 20 games. Please buy it. Please. Hello?
The Xbox One X has been out for less than a year and it's already down $50.
Yeah, down $50. Unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. But we're done with that shit. Okay. Bethesda. If you love Fallout and you love, do you love Fallout? Yep. Do you love Elder Scrolls? Do you love Skyrim? Dishonored, Quake, Evil Within, Wolfenstein? Something might come out. Who knows? That's something. Fallout 76. That looked kind of interesting. I'd like to see more of that. Okay. Rage 2 looks good.
It's not a...
They're what now?
Guy who's not a Fallout guy?
Yeah. Yeah, guy that's not a Fallout guy. It's like, oh, you actually had a good Vault experience. You had a good Fallout. You had a good Vault experience and a wonderful childhood. Okay.
From Bethesda, I'd like to see more possible like announcements for like Switch ports.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even I don't know. Like maybe a follow up to like Prey.
I like that. That does make sense.
Teasing DLC. People are calling for DLC to come out for Prey.
Right. And there's
or Doom.
Yeah. There interesting as you mentioned that. There are ports. There is the Doom port that came out, and there's a Wolfenstein, the new Colossus port that's come out. So I would like them to kind of tout those back up and be like, hey, remember we got some Switch stuff. Remember, they'll probably do that. They'll probably look at it and be like, hey, we got more Switch stuff down the line. More added stuff. Maybe Quake for the Switch. That's something to think about.
That'd be interesting.
That'd definitely be interesting. Maybe a new Dishonored game. I know my homegirl Jessie. She'd be happy to see that. She'd be like, "Oh no, more Dishonored? Yes, more stabbing people in the neck. Yeah, I would like to see that."
Okay.
They'll probably tout more VR. They'll probably do that. They'll definitely do more VR. Yeah.
Starfield?
Possible.
I think it's called Starfield, but it's like this. It's been going on in Bethesda for a while. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be like what happens in the Fallout universe, like way into the future.
Mm-hmm.
So it like has and that kind of stuff. And I heard about that, and I was like, oh my god, I kind of want to see what that is about. And so that's what everyone thought was going to be shown this year. But when Fallout 76 comes, they're kind of like not, and not going to be what's going on.
Okay.
But I'm really I would hope some rumblings about Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6.
I believe we are time. I think it's time for a new Elder Scrolls. Yeah, I agree. Because we have milked that Skyrim to death on 2 console generations, and however many PC refreshes and a Switch port. I do believe we are due for a new Skyrim game, because I think we have subsequently milked that cow dry. It's a cash cow, but we have milked that sucker dry, and I think it's time to raise a new cow. So I definitely agree with that. I would like to see a new Wolfenstein game, but they'll probably do more. But I think you might have mentioned earlier, they'll probably tout up more of the DLC for Wolfenstein too. So I guess that's about it. I hope that Creation Club dies in a fire. Okay. That was just dumb between 2 slices of bread on that one.
And to get people to pay for the community's mods.
Yeah. And I'm like, we could pay people, and I'm like, or you could just not charge people for mods. But it's like we can pay the people. You know how you pay. You know how you help the modding community. You hire the people that make the mods and hire them to help you code the game. That's how you support the mod community. You hire these people. You give them jobs. You give them income, and you say, hey, Scrublord 275, I like that mod that you made that cleared up some of these graphical issues. Let me hire you for the new Skyrim, and you can code these in for us. Or you can be a QA tester and check and fill in the holes that we missed. Do that. Instead of it being like, oh, let's charge people for mods, and they give people a tiny little, and give the modders a tiny little percentage of sales, while we take a big old chunk. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works out. So yeah, I hope Creation Club dies in the fire.
Service.
I mean, it created a service.
Shit like that.
Yeah, they create a service.
Yeah, no, but like, how much are they gonna skim off the top? That's the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna take a big chunk. I mean, they're gonna be like, well, it's our game, so, and we create the service, so I think we're just gonna take a good 80%. I think that's fair, right? Okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah, that needs to die in the fire. We good with Bethesda? Everybody good with it?
Yep.
Okay. Ubisoft. That is Ooh. I mean, they can create a new Assassin's Creed game, a new maybe Assassin's Creed game. I don't know. They're increasing the development time. Instead of 1 a year, they're probably gonna do it subsequent years, maybe like every other year, maybe. So
said that, and then they just went right back on it.
Yeah, they were like, no, yeah, no.
But wasn't a new Assassin's Creed game like leaked to be revealed for E3 this year?
Yes.
Yes.
What is it called?
Odyssey.
Conquest?
Hmm.
What was the name? Conquest.
I'm gonna look that up.
I think it's Odyssey.
Let's see.
Ace. It's
Assassin's Creed leaked.
The Greeks, or the Spartans or whatever.
Yeah.
Or specifically the Spartans.
I say you said.
I mean, we don't know anything about it.
Warren, what did you say? What was the title? What did
I think.
It's Odyssey.
I thought it was Conquest, but I'm completely. I think she's right with
Yes,
Odyssey.
yeah, she's right. It's Odyssey. Yeah, it was leaked, so we hope. So yeah, we'll probably see like a little smattering of that. Maybe a little game, maybe a little trailer. You know, everybody's like, oh.
Excited for that.
Possible.
More.
Yeah, they'll probably tout up some Far Cry DLC.
I hope we see more Beyond Good and Evil 2, because I like the little snippet of a trailer that was released like May or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully
the live stream thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Farther along. I mean, because while that looked great and all, I kind of want to see something more than a girl flipping on top of a spaceship.
Yeah.
I don't actually ever think I would have said those words together before.
A cute POC girl flipping over a thing. Let's talk about that.
Oh, also,
fine, but
there were rumors of a new Splinter Cell game, which I'm pretty excited about if it actually happens. I hope you hear something about that.
Yeah, I would like to. I would like to see that too. I would, cause that looks pretty interesting. I mean that looks interesting. It sounds pretty interesting. Yes, Warren.
Would you want them to continue with Splinter Cell story as it is? I don't know anything about it. Or would you like them to like reboot it or something like that? Maybe with different character or something?
I'd be open to both, but I am a big fan of, I guess, the way the story has progressed so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure like where they would go with it. So if they had like some new inventive way to revive that story, I'd be really happy with it. But I think it'd be cool to see something new in that franchise and universe as well.
Okay.
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I'd be hyped to see more of that, because I agree with Bray. I would like whether they're gonna reboot it or whether they just keep like an old grizzled Sam Fisher, a la like Snake from Guns and the Patriot. I would like to see that, like see an old man Fisher taking dudes out, or just see like a new Sam, or like a younger Sam Fisher, or just somebody new from the third echelon. I would like to see that. Either way is good with me.
They could do the Sony thing, and then just pair old grizzled guy with a child of about 8 to 12 years old, and I'm sure that'll really go over well with the peoples.
I love The Last of Us.
God of War.
Oh yeah, boy.
Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah. Boy.
I hope we do see something from Rayman and maybe Rabbids too.
Yes.
Those are always games that are fun.
Yes.
It wouldn't hurt to have like something new from either of them.
Mm. Yeah, because that Mario versus Rabbids Kingdom battle, that like took a lot of people off guard, because it was like, wait a minute, you mean Mario with these damn Rabbids? Well, that shit don't make any sense. And then,
it did pretty damn good too.
But it did gangbusters good. that was the thing with it. Was like, wait, and then they're shooting guns. I don't believe that. But then when people got it in their hands and start playing it, and then you read the reviews, and then you looked at the reviews, and you looked at the gameplay and the streams, it was like, this actually looks pretty good. It has a XCOM feel, and I love XCOM, and to see that like a kiddie XCOM-y feel to it, I was like, this actually looks pretty good. If I had a Switch, I would totally buy it, and I would totally be playing it, because that's something I could see myself like, just playing around with it for a couple of, here and there on the go and during travel. I'm kind of legit. I was kind of like legit interested in that. So I would like to see more of that. More of the rabbits and see what they can do with the rabbits. So that's pretty cool. Maybe Ubisoft might actually start talking about Skull and Bones now.
Yeah, wasn't that delayed also?
I think that was. I believe it was. I
only saw how bad.
Yeah, but the thing about Sea of Thieves, the thing about with Sea of Thieves is, I don't think a lot of us were looking at Sea of Thieves like, man, this is gonna be pretty cool. But then when we looked at Skull and Bones, we were like, I'm legit hyped to see that, because it's like some of the best parts of Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag. Up-resed and smashed together in a more cohesive game with those beautiful graphics. And I was like, yo, I legit want to see more about this. Why isn't nobody talking about this? And then we get Sea of Thieves, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like whatever. But what about that dang Skull and Crossbones they were talking about? I want to see more of that. And they haven't really talked about it. Like I say, it's been delayed.
They haven't said anything really about it. No. Like those first trailer, the first gameplay I saw of it, they seem to suggest that it was you're only on the boats.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally just on the boats doing boat stuff. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, I guess the thing, but if there's like a single player stuff to that, I don't know if I want to just be a boat. If my player character should just be,
just on a boat, yeah.
But it looks cool.
I mean, it looks cool. That's what I'm like. I don't know if it's just all boat stuff, but I would like to see more things with it. So maybe we might get more of that this year. I don't know, but I'm hoping. Here's the hoping. Here's the hoping to see more from that. Okay. It's not on my list, but I do see something on the schedule. I guess this kind of popped in. Square Enix has a conference. So I guess we're going to be hearing a lot about Kingdom Hearts 3. So I know a couple people is going to be hype about that.
Oh yeah. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3 is always a crowd pleaser whenever they show it for like the 80th time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'm so excited it's coming out this year. It better be coming out this year. But what's gonna happen in a Square Enix conference? Mm-hmm. Like the last one that they had was kind of like it ground to a halt when they tried to do gameplay for 15. You remember that?
Oh, I remember that. That was kind of bad.
Could not play the game, and everyone wasn't sure whether it was him not being able to play the game or if the game was just fucked up.
Yeah, that's something you don't want. That's something we don't want. Is bad demos. That's something we're going to talk about. That's something we're going to really delve into the cringe section. But that's not a good way you want to start off your game reveal, by having a failed demo. Going as you showing off a game. Bree, did you have anything to add to Square Enix?
No.
Okay. No.
Surprisingly.
I know, right?
Right.
All right. I would like. I I heard from what I'm reading from this Kotaku article that has the schedule, there could be a possible, they might say something about, and there's a possible upcoming Avenger game, maybe. I don't know what that's going to be like.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm hoping for something third person. Saying a bunch of people are saying that it's going to be like an up-res Ultimate Alliance kind of thing.
Ooh.
Not a whole bunch with a huge roster of heroes, which sounds friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
Barring that, maybe like a third-person game where you're communicating with other members of the team, and it's co-op. That would be friggin' amazing.
Like
kind of like a
like that New York sequence from the first Avengers, like like your Cap and you gotta like clear the buildings. You're Iron Man, you have to like clear the way. You're Hawkeye, you have to do air control, and then you're Hulk and you're just smashing away. That stuff would kind of be cool.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool
to have like everybody having their different roles and whatnot in the overall picture, or or Sokovia, or like so that would be kind of cool.
Enough stories.
What, for Avengers?
Where they could just play the movies. Well, I mean, they've got just enough story that they could just play the movies. Do.
I mean,
but if they like fill in some of the spaces in between, like that would be kind of badass.
Yeah, like they could do like New York or Sokovia, but then they can also do like missions we didn't hear about, or missions from the comic, or they could be in Wakanda. They could do the like Wakanda stuff, like or like Assault on Latvia or whatever. That'd be something kind of interesting. But but you don't know. And then they're probably also gonna talk about Shadow Tomb Raider. So I'm like, that's something. More Lara Croft. More anatomically correct Lara Croft. I'll make that clear. Yeah.
Same thing.
Which I'm like, okay, cool. Not those, because she used to have those polygonal boobs, though.
Yes.
I hate you, Bray.
Are you saying most women don't have polygonal boobs?
I mean, not if you're, not unless you're Madonna.
They can have them, but I ain't gotta like them.
I mean, not unless you're Madonna or Lady Gaga. Anyway, moving on. Sony. Okay, I'm tell you right now. Sony is my jam. I don't care who knows it. I don't care who got a problem with it. I think I can say confidently that everybody in this that's surrounded by me, that I'm talking to. I'm talking about Warren, I'm talking about Bree, I'm talking about all my other homies. I could say without a shadow of a doubt, Sony is our jam. It's like almost when like Sony messes up, we still kind of like, okay, you messed up, Sony, but we okay with you though. Don't make a habit of it, because Sony's got some cringe coming up. Trust me when I say this, because Sony's got some cringe coming up. But last year Sony was doing some good stuff. This year, I think we're probably gonna hear. We're definitely gonna see more VR titles. That's one thing. We're probably gonna see something about Days Gone. Most of the stuff that was
well,
that. I'm gonna go ahead, Warren.
We know the 4 titles that they said they were gonna be talking about. That's Ghost of Tsushima.
Right.
Days Gone, Last of Us, and Spider-Man.
Right.
The 4 major titles that they said we're gonna talk about. We get a little something more instead of just that.
Death Stranding.
Oh no, maybe I was wrong. Yeah, Death Stranding.
Oh yeah, Death Stranding. Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, because the PlayStation. Kojima-san is home now. We got him out. He was in a bad place. It was so funny. It was so funny. It was like Kojima was in like a bad abusive relationship, and which he was legit. He was in a bad and abusive relationship, and it was like once we got him out of Konami and they got him safely under Sony with his own studio. It was like, oh, so okay, it's good now. He's good. He's home. We got him home. He's taking his medicine. We took him to the doctor. He's gaining weight. He's looking better now. You know, he's home now. We got him away from that abusive relationship. And now he's like creating something that only a Kojima could make. And I am just like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's about. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I'm legit hyped to see it. And yeah, we would definitely see a lot. We were definitely going to see more Death Stranding.
Seeing gameplay, we think we have to see gameplay.
We got to see gameplay at this point because we always seeing like these really kick-ass trailers with like Guillermo del Toro and Norman Reedus and Mads Mikkelsen, you know. But now it's like we want to see some legit stuff now. And
if I got my wish, like my, sorry.
No, I'm just saying. I was just gonna say I want a Bridges United Cities of America pin. That's all I want. Put it on my lapel every time. That's all.
Find that somewhere.
It's got to be coming out because I'm like every time I seen that I was like I want that pin. I want that pin. Because I'm a pinaholic. I love pins, and so I seen that I was like I want that pin. Stick it on my lapels. Go to church with it. What does Bridges mean? Don't worry about it. I'm part of something bigger than you will ever imagine. Don't worry about it. For
real.
Yeah, that game, like every time I see it, it looks interesting. It's never not looked boring to me. It's always made me think. It's like, what the hell is that? Why the hell is that? When the hell is that?
See.
Yeah.
The thing that would just make the conference for me is if Kojima comes out holding a controller, plays the demo, a live demo of Death Stranding. That would just be the best thing ever.
Agreed.
The rest of the E3 would be one, and we end of story.
Mm-hmm.
For me, since Sony has good relationships with like everybody, but I'd like to see like a Final Fantasy VII remake on Sony's E3 conference. I'd like to see anything like Capcom related and like at all, especially if it's like Devil May Cry. I don't know, like some crazy Monster Hunter like DLC or Resident Evil 7 DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel Infinite's dead, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
No, there's been some whisperings about Devil May Cry 5 making the conference. I'm excited to see where that'll come in.
I can see that. I could definitely see that.
Well, we know it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
We know that they've been working on it.
Right.
Haven't seen anything from it.
Yeah. There'll probably also be something from Software. Possibly a Bloodborne Bloodborne 2 maybe, because we seen something like last year about it, like they teased it with that like weird bone sinew screw thing. So there's a possibility that could be like a Bloodborne 2 maybe. So for that'd be some.
It's probably something else.
Possibly. Could be.
People are saying it's something else, like maybe a Tenchu game. Different from what they've been working on recently.
Okay. I would like, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I would like something really. I'm gonna say something really off the wall. I'm gonna say something wild. I would like to see you know how they did Resident Evil 7. I would like to see and I'll probably never play it, but in that vein, Onimusha game in the vein of a Resident Evil 7.
Person?
Hmm?
Or like in first person, or like a survival horror?
Yeah, like either like a third person esque thing where it's like you're Onimusha and you go to like this haunted village in this haunted province, and it's like you have like a small contingent of soldiers with you, and then each one by one they start disappearing, and it's like where did he go? And then it's like all of a sudden these like Japanese style demons pop up. That would be legit. So I think that would be cool in that vein. It could be still third person. It doesn't have to be first person. It could still be third, but that's in that vein of like, holy shit, what the fuck was that? So I would be hyped to see that. What else?
Scary, you mean like more horror?
Yeah, more horror-y element. Cause I played that first game, and it was like tank controlled. It was like turn to the left, walk, turn to the right, walk, slice, turn, run, turn, slice. That needs to not be a thing anymore. So, but I did like Onimusha, and I feel like that would be a really good game to create in 2018, you know, with remakes. Because I remember, because like I say, Bria talked about Capcom and Devil May Cry. That was another one of the Capcom franchises that I thought would be kind of interesting to be brought back again, and I think that would be dope on an Onimusha game. You know, something to that effect. Probably gonna see. Just like I say, we're gonna see probably the big four. Probably gonna see Spider-Man. Probably gonna see whatever. I know. Yeah, I'm just maybe another Uncharted game. Maybe. I don't know. Could.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna give it a rest for a while.
Yeah, they're probably gonna give it a rest, but wouldn't put it past them.
Spoilers: they killed Andy.
Oh, okay. Ugh. Well, you know, it was his time was wrapping up anyway, so they'd had to come up with a new character. That's what I liked. Yeah, that's what I liked about Lost Legacy, because it was like, despite not having Drake in it, it's still an Uncharted game, and I thought that was kind of cool. So it's like we can subsequently keep creating Uncharted games if we want to, with different characters, if we want to. But I think, but as you say, I think they give it a rest. Maybe another Ratchet and Clank game. I'd be happy to see that. Let's see. I think that's pretty much clear. Bree, did you have anything you want to talk about Sony?
No, I think I'm pretty good on Sony.
Okay.
I feel like they're just gonna talk about games that we already know about, and maybe there would be a surprise, but I'm not like putting all my hopes into it.
Right. I agree with that. They'll just.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Warren.
So this E3 is kind of weird because so much information has already come out, like leading up to it. Really sure what they're gonna be showing? It's gonna be completely different.
Right. Because it's like we gotta make something for E3, so they'll probably show something. But most of the big reveals that they had came out from like PlayStation Experience, and they can have them whenever. You know, they can make them in like August or September, and then people could be just as hyped for those as they would be for E3. You know,
Sony's still doing Paris Games Week.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Probably Paris Games Week and probably Gamescom after that. So, Gamescom. So, we shall see what we shall see with that. Okay, I guess all mine's clear for Sony. We good with Sony?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Nintendo. Smash. We talked about it earlier. Smash. They're probably
weird character out of box. Weird. Like, give me something legit weird that I would never have thought would fit in a Smash game. Just throw it in there.
I would say Kazuma or Heihachi.
What?
That would be sweet.
I mean, with the knuckle, with the iconic gloves and everything, and like the Heihachi, like, I mean, why not? Because I didn't think Bayonetta was going to be a Smash game. I didn't think Cloud or Ryu. I didn't think Sonic or Pac-Man were going to be in these games.
My boyfriend has a very valid theory that once a game gets ported to Switch, it's very likely that they might have a guest character in Smash.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I thought Bayonetta was gonna go to Smash, because just out of the blue, they're like, hey, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're gonna get Crash.
Yeah. Hey, you guys talk among yourselves. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on a second. Keep talking.
But see, I don't want to say anything crazy while he's gone, though.
He'll live with it. No, but like Crash makes sense. Arrow would be pretty cool, pretty interesting. People have been talking about Goku for like the longest time. If we find out that Goku is in Smash, I don't know. I'm a run out of this house. Up in the streets, they're gonna have to call the police on this black man throwing up in a white ass suburb because that'll be the end. I'm sorry. After that, nothing doesn't make sense anymore. You know what I mean?
I think it actually might happen though. Like, in all seriousness.
Shit, I'd be so fucking happy.
Because they kept tweeting about it, and I was like, I don't know if they're joking around or if this is actually like foreshadowing here.
Nintendo though, for real, they do shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, they just that may not ever be a thing. We're just gonna put it in there and see how you feel about it. For Smash Brothers. I even played a lot of the version, even because I didn't have a Wii U, because no one had a Wii U.
You said you only have a Wii U, or you don't have a Wii U?
I don't have a Wii U. Like, I played on the 3DS. I played the 3DS version.
Honestly, once Bayonetta 2 came to Switch, I was like, goodbye Wii U forever.
Okay, back out.
For real.
Oh yeah. I think it's when soon as all, like, I think it was like a move on Nintendo's part to take all those ports that were like really popular from like Wii U, and then just port them over to like the Switch, so that way it's like, oh, instead of you like hanging on to this dying console to play Smash, you can play Smash on the Wii U instead of hanging on to play Mario Kart. You can play Mario Kart on the Switch, and it's just as good, if not a little bit better, and more portable for you to play these games on the Switch as opposed to playing them on the Wii U. And then we have a new Zelda game, and then we have a new Super Mario game, and you know, and a new Splatoon. So just come on over. Just come on over. And I think that's a good marketing tip. And I think they're starting to like learn that. There's still a lot of missteps going on, predominantly with that online service, which I think is like charging people something that they've gotten for free and not really giving people the incentives to what that online the Switch online thing.
I mean, when the Switch was announced, they told everyone they'd have to pay for it anyway.
Right.
So we all knew it was coming, and everyone else does it. So just like it should be expected.
I mean, and it's only $20 a year.
Right.
Yeah, it's way cheaper.
It's only $20 a year.
Yeah. I think it's just kind of it's just odd. I mean, even though you're right. They did tell people it was coming. It's like it's coming. Get ready. But then it's like
that's a good way to get everyone hooked on the system, because otherwise people have been like, oh, I pay for online, I'll put this off to later. But they let everyone get really attached to the console. They let them have it for free for a long time.
Right.
And now they're like, okay, look at our cheap prices. And now they're getting releases that other consoles are getting too. So, I mean, they're kind of at an advantage because it's less money than PlayStation Plus. And they have better releases than Xbox, and their online is cheaper.
Right. I agree. It's like just as Warren said, it's like $20 for the year, and it's like okay, I guess I can pay $20 for a year. But I think if they really give more people more incentives, then they'll get a lot more people invested in it, because I think people will just keep playing. We'll just keep playing like the single player stuff and not the non-online stuff, and that's their prerogative to do. But then I think it could be a branch over like, I would like to play this with my friends, so I will invest in $20.
I'd have to disagree, because Street Fighter 30th anniversary came out, and it sold more on Switch than it did on PS4.
Yeah. I mean, well, okay, so supposed to be coming out this year that are online heavy. Smash Brothers, Pokemon, I mean, they still have Splatoon and Mario Kart.
And BlazBlue Cross Tag just dropped too.
Oh wow!
Amazing sales.
So we got fighting games, we got racing games, Star Fox Racing or Star Fox Grand Prix, or whatever it's called, is supposed to be hinted at. I don't know if it's going to come out this year, but that's another reason to, have online, with reasons for people to, get the online service. And
nail in the coffin?
Cloud saves.
What did you say, Bray?
Oh, I said the nail in the coffin for people to play online would definitely be Smash.
Yes.
Everyone, you have no choice. It's not gonna be on anything else.
Right.
It's not. You can't play it on PlayStation. It's a Switch game only.
Right.
Unless Nintendo is smoking something. We all know. Like, that's it.
That would be the dumbest thing they could do.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree. You, like I said, Bree, Warren, y'all making some good points. Y'all making some legit good points. Cause I think it is cost effective. They'll add more, especially with then they're starting to getting access to more titles and more. I think if they get more free to play games, like they get, I'm a legit, because I think we saw a leaked copy of hidden releases, and one of them was Paladins, and the other one was Fortnite. And I was I was legit the validity of that list, I wasn't really too whatever with that list until the day I saw an announcement trailer for Paladins coming out, and I was legit hype about that.
Populated?
Paladins?
Yeah.
Yes. As a person that plays Paladins,
the other one.
Yeah, Paladins is really popular.
What was the one that shut down?
What'd you say, Roland?
Other one. What was the one that got shut down?
Was it Lawbreakers?
Other Another MOBA-esque thing.
MOBA-esque that got shut down. Oh, Radical Heights. Radical Heights? Or Paragon? Are you talking about Epic?
Paragon.
Yeah, because my boy D had mentioned it. My boy D had mentioned it in the chat because I was like, okay. Yeah, Paragon had got shut down. Thank you, Trow. Appreciate you. Also, Jesse wants to see more. I'm sorry, Gus. Gus wants to see more. Wants to see more Labo kits, and I'm like, what?
Yes.
I'm like, what?
Kid, and Nintendo Labo is the shit.
I'm like, I'm like, okay. It just look like expensive cardboard to me. I'm just like, I don't really
think about how amazing it is for even the younger kids. Because I'm not gonna sit here and ride a cardboard motorbike, but like for my generation and like kids like growing up, we had like leap pads and other stupid shit like that to learn, and now they're making kids build stuff and use like small bits of coding and things like that. And I think it's really inventive and pretty cool.
Right.
Like, you have to build something. You can't just pick up a controller and
like the full thing. I think 12-year-old Kevin would have loved this. Would have loved Labo. 34-year-old Kevin is like, it's just a piece of cardboard. But if I had seen my god kids playing with it, I think I would come over to that side of like, oh, that looks pretty cool. But it's just like,
I feel like it has more value because you have to build it yourself.
Yeah.
And then it has like all the like different games, like the fishing, the music, the like weird bike stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I hope that they do other stuff with it, like outside of just Labo games. Like maybe have things like that where you can use it for other kinds of games. Because something I think would be cool to see would be like some kind of retro games, like a Sega Bass Fishing, but you have to use the Labo like fishing rod for it. That'd be pretty cool. Things like that they could like incorporate would be nice to see.
Yeah. I think I would. I'll see what Labo, see if they can do more with Labo. I'm just like,
it's ingenious.
Yeah, it is. It like marketing standpoint, especially if you can get that in the schools, that'd be kind of dope to see.
They definitely were thinking about the market that this console's aimed at when they made it.
Right. Because it doesn't really feel like a console that's directed to children, but it does have elements that we can kind of like point to kids on. It's like we can use this for kids, and we can use this for adults, and we can use this for like teens, and we can use this for kids at heart, and it plays in kind of
definitely like an everyone console.
Yeah, it definitely does. It felt more. It feels a little bit more like how the Wii was when it started. Where it was like, young people can play it, and old people can play it, and teenagers can play it. Like I remember, like my mom loved the Wii, and like plays like Wii bowling ad nauseum, and it's just like to see the wide appeal of it. And I was checking Switch numbers, and Switch has over, like, at the time that I checked, it has like over 17 million, sold like 17 million units. So that's an impressive number. For
17 already?
Huh? Have
we gotten already to 17?
Yeah.
That is half of Microsoft's number.
Yeah, that was, and like I say, that was in April. That was their April numbers. I haven't checked it for for like May, June numbers. I'm gonna look at.
I'm not surprised because don't forget, like, when Switch came out, it was hard to get one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Nintendo's horrible about that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Logistics. Logistics has never been their strong suit. They have not been good. How much
something will actually be worth.
Right. They really don't know about like making things and selling it to people in a timely fashion. You know, look at the NES Classic and the SNES Classic. How fucking hard is it to get something that costs $80? That should be like in every toy store / department store out there, and it should be like flooded the market. We should be like, enough, Nintendo. We got too many of these out there already. We should, dial back and putting these things on clearance. No, we can't find them because it's logistics. Everybody wants one. Nobody can get one because they don't know how to make it more to demand, and they know demand is there. It's like, we know demand is, we can't really help for demand, but if people don't demand, if you have a huge amount of demand, shouldn't you make enough to meet that demand? I don't understand it. It's economics, baby. Makes no sense. Shaking my head.
I know that I'm gonna have to the little Pokeball controller for the new Pokemon game.
Yes.
Like 6 different times on 6 different places just to make sure one of my pre-orders goes through.
Yes. Of course.
Like, I mean, I know I want one, but like, I know those things are gonna go out friggin' fast.
Yes. Guaranteed. Because again, it's like, they know how to hype something up. They know how to put it out there and be like, hype. And then when it comes to like selling them, they can't sell because again, they don't understand how logistics work. Like, we need to make X amount of these because pre-orders are there to show the demand of something. So if you got 10 million of something pre-orders, you need to make at least 10 million units. And then make us million. Yeah, you got to but you have to at least make 10 million. Because you got 10 million, you got 10 million orders. But see, they will make 5 million and then you'll be sitting up there and waiting for you're in the other 5 million waiting for your thing to get here, and I'm like, I pre-ordered it. Why do I gotta wait? Oh, they only sent us 5 million. I was saying, yeah, I know you got to.
We haven't even hit the desired amount yet. We haven't. Yeah. We haven't even put that much out normally.
Right. It's not even like cold yet. It's not like everybody and their mother has one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be like, holy crap, fuck Nintendo. You're sending too much units. We haven't sold these 10 yet. And now you're sending us another 5. We can't get it yet. We're flooded the market. No, it's not. Nintendo will never, ever flood the market. Nintendo will never, ever flood anything. Because, they don't understand.
Will never be enough on the shelves ever.
Will never be enough on the shelves ever. And then it's like, oh, we didn't anticipate demand. Yeah, but you had pre-orders though. You literally pre-ordered. You had pre-order numbers. You went people. They said they wanted it. They pre-ordered it. They got 10. You got like 10 million. You sell 10. You make 10 million. You ship 10 million. You sell 10 million. Then you go ahead and make another 5 million. Then another one. You make another 5 million. And then you sell those. And those sell on the shelves. Especially when it comes to the Switch, which came out in March. And you couldn't find one in March. Not
March or April
or May or June or July or October. And you damn sure wasn't going to find one in September. Because that's when the smart people buys their consoles for their loved ones so they don't have to go on that madness in November. In March. When do you ever see a console come out in March? And like the game,
but
they only Nintendo can fuck up a launch in March. But God bless them, though. God bless. I mean,
they pulled it out. We got 17 million.
They got 17 million. So
Xbox numbers right now.
Yeah, so they managed to sell. They managed to sell 17 million somehow, but they sold them, so that's good.
There, eventually.
Yeah. So, Trial says the Switch launch was a weird one. Yeah, it was because it was in March. Yeah. He also says, I commend Nintendo Labo and hope that they have more plans to do more similar stuff going forward. Yeah, me too. We are in good agreement that we would like to see more Labo. That is definitely.
I kind of want to see, and I mean, I'm probably like super niche on this, like super niche.
Right.
But The World Ends With You.
Mm-hmm.
Of it, and right. I will play that game. I will buy that game a third time, and I will play it through a fourth time because I fucking love that game.
Yes. I feel that.
It came out what?
It came out.
No, it's gotta be more than that, right?
I'm gonna look that one up. World Ends With You.
But I fucking love that game, and I cannot wait to get it in my warm baby hands.
Right. Came out 2007. I thought it came out 2007. That's right, but yeah.
And the moment they said so in January, I thought it was gonna come out. They were gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we'll tell you later," and like March it was gonna come out. No, they made me wait half a year already.
They've been playing with your emotions, Warren.
That was mean of them. I'm like, you already have it. You already have it on Android. Just take it and put it on the system on a game cart, and I will pay $60 to buy that whole damn thing again.
No, you give it to me. Nah, you don't want no mobile versions. That's what they did. That's what they tried with Chrono Trigger on the PC.
That was a fucking mess.
Like, yeah, that was a mess. I was hurt. I was disappointed. I'm like, you know what? If they wanted, I'm like, no thanks. You tried it. People are just gonna, if people want to play it on PC, they're gonna have to play it on emulator at this point. Bump that joint. Anybody gonna do that? You had an opportunity. You had one shot. You had one job, Square Enix. You had one job. Make a consummate Chrono Trigger for the PC, and you blew it. You blew it.
They kind of fucked that up.
Yeah, it says.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see. I don't want to see any Octopath Traveler. You've given me like a trailer every month for the past 8 months.
I mean, yeah, but they're gonna show one though.
Oh no! Remember when you saw this last month? Here you go.
Yeah, this thing you seen last month. Well, here it is again. Again, it's the same. It's the same thing
every time.
It's the same thing with indie games. It's like, I know this is not an indie game. I know this is away from Square, but it's the same feeling that you get from indie games, where it's like, yeah, I'm hyped to see it. I like the look of it. I don't want to see it again. I don't want you to take up more time to spend on something that I know is something that's not going to be the thing that makes people go, oh, ooh, like, no, just you showed.
I saw it.
Yeah, I liked it the first 2 times I saw it.
With it.
I was like, yo, this is dope.
And then the 8 subsequent times they gave me trailers about it, I'm like, all right, man, it's next month.
Yep.
Just give it to me.
Yep. Exactly. It's next month.
Give it to me.
Give it to me. Put it in my craw. Put it in my fingers. See my fingers? Put it in there. Put it in my fingers. Give it to me.
Okay, guys.
Yes.
Nintendo. Metroid Prime.
Yes.
Yoshi.
Yes.
Pokemon.
Yes.
After these bombs they dropped on me.
Yes.
Last week, I need to see gameplay of the actual RPG, not this bullshit like weird Minecraft as Roblox nonsense they gave us for right now. I need to see like the actual Pokemon game.
Yeah.
That's gonna come to Switch. Like that's what I need right now.
Oh yeah, for real. Hey, Berserk.
Oh. Animal Crossing for Switch.
Oh.
Where's it at?
Yes. Where is that?
Like right now.
Where that though?
We're not hearing about it.
Get it off of mobile. Get it off of mobile and put it on the Switch. Get off of mobile. Put it on the Switch.
Pocket Camp is trash.
Yeah, it is trash.
Just trying to like get me spend all my money on this game, and I totally have been.
Get
all
it.
I have right now is my 3DS. Like I need a Switch game, so I literally can just pop out my Switch, hop on a plane, and play my Animal Crossing.
Right.
It should be played.
Exactly. I agree.
Because we haven't had a good. I haven't liked Animal Crossing on console since like the GameCube version.
Right.
I feel like the DS ones were always better when it came to like the Wii.
I legit played a lot of Animal Crossing on the 3DS.
Yep. I still play it like every day.
Yes. I legit, yeah, I mean you have to, but it's one of those games like you had to, but you want it to. It's like, ooh wee, I want to play this. I want to catch that new bug. I want to get that. I want to catch those bells. I want to get that stock market. How my turnips are doing.
Trying to catch these bells for Bayonetta.
Right.
Bayonetta 3. They need to stop jerking my chain.
Right.
I need to see more of that. Because that teaser we got was just like, oh look, a logo. I want to see what she looks like. Is her hair gonna be long, short? Is it gonna be in the middle?
In the middle?
Probably the middle.
Like, shaved her head all the way off? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, did she pull a Britney? Is she naked? Is she, like, what's going on?
Did she go white girl Dora Milaje? What's she going doing right now?
Where's the story going? Like, what's her outfit look like?
Yeah.
How wicked is her wicket weave?
Is it gonna be
to know this?
Is it gonna be all hair or is it gonna be a little hair? I need to know that. I need to know how Umbria witch she gonna be. You know? Is she gonna go full Umbria? Is she gonna be less Umbria? I need to know this. I need to know these things.
We need a trailer because I need a little teaser of what the soundtrack gonna do for my ears.
Right. Like I still love that Fly Me to the Moon version of Bayonetta.
It's been my ringtone since I played the game, like consistently. Nice.
I like a good game soundtrack, and I think Bayonetta always had a good soundtrack.
Guys.
Yes.
And when are we going to get Persona 5 on Switch? Because I will buy the whole game.
If they announce that shit, damn straight I will too. I will buy it, and I will be happy. I already platinumed it and everything. I will play it again. I
feel like it's gonna happen because, like, Persona Q was 3DS exclusive. And I feel like there's a good chance that we might get Persona 5 on Switch.
I don't know.
We're gonna get Persona Q too.
I think
for sure. 5 characters in it. Mad. I think
Sony will fight for them. I think they'll be like, it's our property. Thank you very much, Atlas. Wouldn't be more surprised if we got a Disgaea game though on the Switch, if we don't already have one already. I think so.
Maybe.
But yeah, a Persona game that would be dope.
Yeah, everything.
I also think there's a good chance that we might get like Fallout on the Switch, and I really hope we see that on Nintendo's conference.
Now,
like Fallout 3.
Do you think it's 3 and not 4?
I mean, it could be 4.
I could see 4. I could see 4 being on the Switch.
I could see either, but I feel like they might like. I don't know. I feel like they might do 3 and then like let us get excited and like push out the release of like 4 on Switch for a while.
Let me ask Trow. Trow, how do you feel about Fallout 4 on the Switch? How would you feel about it? I'm gonna let Trial get back to us on that, but continue. Yeah, I can see that. I can see a Fallout. I can see a Fallout 4 being on the Switch, because they brought Skyrim to the Switch, they brought Doom to the Switch, they brought Wolfenstein to the Switch. I don't think that's impossible for them to not do that.
And then, what was that console? The Nintendo 64 Classic. I want to see more.
Oh.
I want to see more, and I want to know what games.
Whatever, not the Slim. I'm hoping for.
That feels like a next year direct.
Of course.
I would.
GoldenEye's gonna be hard.
Yeah, because that's rare.
Because we tried to have a tournament of GoldenEye recently, and that was like, oh, you really feel how dated these things are once you try to implement them today.
Mm-hmm.
So if they could do that on like Nintendo 64 Classic, that'd be amazing.
Okay. Oh, Trial got back with me. He says, I doubt it can work on the Switch. Too robust a modding community, and the Switch to the Switch to it is like a brick through a glass window It's possible, because that might be a bit of a robust game though, especially when you get
the Fallout game.
Yeah, the Fallout game for the Switch, especially when you get into like Diamond City, because that's a lot of artifacts, that's a lot of objects. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they pared down. Wolfenstein went on it all right, and
True.
Wolfenstein is a gorgeous.
And Skyrim. So I'm not probably not impossible. Yeah. It says if it's vanilla, then yeah, Fallout 4 could work. So if it's like a vanilla version of it.
I feel like everything on Switch is vanilla.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. No fringe, no sprinkles, just scoop of vanilla in a glass jar. Yeah, I think it'd be alright. Yeah,
They're talking about making.
Oh, go ahead, Warren.
No, continue.
No, go ahead, Warren. Go ahead.
Oh, they were talking about Shin Megami 5, I want to say.
Yeah.
Shin Megami 6 is supposed to be coming out on the Switch, and they gave us the really crappy trailer. I want to see another crappy trailer.
Is that like?
I want to see it.
Now, when you talk about Shin Megami, are you talking about the Tencent games? Or
like the big umbrella the whole thing is under.
Okay.
That's why they took so long to do. Hadn't done a Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Okay. Because I can definitely see the Shin Megamis in there. Shin Megami games.
This is one of my favorite developers. And other than that, I hope they surprise, because so far they've always come out with something that was out of left field that nobody was expecting. Honestly, it's their kind of it's their year this year.
Right.
I think everyone's looking at Microsoft to
redeem themselves.
Feel it. They're hoping. They're really hoping. But it's looking like it's Nintendo's year this time. If they come out with something weird and unexpected that is good,
right?
They've got the big ones. They've got Smash and Pokemon, and Fortnite's supposed to be coming to it. So,
right.
They put something weird out there and cool enough.
Yeah, I do agree. I think Nintendo. I think it is definitely Nintendo's year. We always do like the whole. Definitely want to do like who has a better shot of it, and I always think Nintendo always has the ability to make really good surprises, because they are good. They're really good when it comes to like not leaking a lot of stuff, but then it's like even the leaks are surprising. because and then it's like we take them with a grain of salt, and when we're still surprised by the leaks, because it's like we didn't really see that stuff coming. I didn't really think that I really didn't think a Fortnite was gonna be on it. But then as I think about it, I'm like, that's the perfect console to be on, because you can play Fortnite on the go. As long as you have a good, internet connection, you can play Fortnite anywhere. And I think that's a brilliant thing.
Your friends come over and you can all link right there.
Yeah, you can link right there.
Easy.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like you guys can talk to each other.
Literally bring your Switch to your friend's house.
Yeah.
Even if they don't have a Switch.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That is That is good. I mean, that's a wonderful idea. So I can definitely see that. It makes the most sense to be on. Makes the most sense to be on that. You know what? It's kind of weird to see not be on Switch. Overwatch.
Yeah.
Like that's something that I could see, that I could easily see.
Not many shooters on Switch.
Not many shooters on Switch. And like,
I mean, they've got a Pro Controller.
Yeah. Got a Pro Controller.
Not like you can't, do it, but
yeah, it's kind of weird that they haven't brought over stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's like Overwatch plays on everything. Overwatch is beautifully optimized. It looks good. It looks good when it's put through its paces. It looks good when it's like on a regular computer. Like I remember I was playing it on my old PC on medium settings, and it looked like amazeballs. And to see it, and then now see everything on ultra settings on the new Ryzen PC, it's like, wow, this is beautiful. So I can very see like a Overwatch playing on 60 frames a second on the Switch, and then you can just pick it up and play anywhere. I think once they see them Paladin numbers, I think Blizzard will start considering it. Like, I think we should think about this. I think we should try to make this happen. But we shall see. We shall see. Because they can even go the digital route and still make money, even if they don't want to do the whole put it on a cartridge. But and then just kind of like tone down the settings. Go ahead. Warren.
I'm sure it could scale, because I mean it's on PlayStation, so I have to assume it can scale.
Yeah.
Diablo on Switch, because they've been hinting at it. There was that whole thing on Twitter where they literally put Diablo on a light switch. Are we gonna see Diablo on Switch?
I can see that.
I would have a lot of fun with Diablo on Switch.
Because, I mean, they put Dark Souls on the Switch. That was another thing. They put remastered Dark Souls on the Switch. So
bringing
Diablo,
the little babies to the dark side.
Yeah, Doom's out there. Doom's on there. Wolfenstein's on there. It's like I've been really surprised to see Nintendo really embracing those mature games. I already know that GTA is not going to be on a Switch.
So that would be amazing.
But that would be amazing, though.
I mean, they might as well. Like, I feel like nothing's off the table anymore since they're bringing freaking South Park. Like,
oh, that's right. It's was it Stick of Truth or the Fractured Butthole?
The Fractured Butthole.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I remember that. I remember they talked about that. Yeah.
So clearly they're not worried about like violence or, the kid friendliness.
We know.
Wolfenstein's already on it. Doom is already on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warren. We know somebody that would love the Fractured Butthole on a console. You know that person. One of our former podcast mates. She would like that game. Let's see. I think we I think we really did a good number on Nintendo. I think we covered Nintendo pretty well.
I think we're cool on Nintendo.
Okay.
You know, I'd be.
You, Bree, you good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go with our like days of E3 past. The time machine is open. We're gonna go back to the best moments of E3 of yesteryear. People in the chat, if you could think of something that you know, think of a moment in E3 of yesteryear that you want to talk about, bring it up in the chat. I'll read it out for y'all. I'm gonna let Bree go first on her favorite best of E3 of years past moment. Go, take it away, Bree. What's your favorite?
I'm honestly not even sure.
You're not even sure? Want us to come back to you? Want to think about it?
I actually have to bow out right now.
Oh, you got to bow out. Oh,
yeah.
It's like I got nothing. Oh, okay. Warren, what you got?
Well, before you guys
okay.
Oh, wait.
Catch you later.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you about to go?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
So much.
All right.
It was really cool talking to you.
Talk to you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Me, buddy.
All right. So, what you got, Warren?
Okay, so one of the biggest things that happened in E3, I want to say a couple of years ago, was when they finally threw up. It was one of the first, E3s that we knew Sony had it held down.
Mm-hmm.
So Horizon Zero Dawn, Final Fantasy 15,
Mm-hmm.
7 remake,
Right.
and Kingdom Hearts 3, all in the same conference.
Right.
My fucking shit. That was it. That was one of the best times I've ever had. And it's recent too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It's like the past, couple years, they've really hit it out of the park with conferences, and it has been, a completely turnaround from what they used to do, where it was a whole bunch of talking, and we'll bring out this developer and he'll talk to you in French for a bit, and this guy, and a whole bunch of things that we didn't want to hear about. We just want you to show us the games. We can talk to you guys later, some other time. But like, for real, these past couple E3s have been really huge, as far as things that I've wanted to see.
Right, kid. Okay. All right. Mine was I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go way back. We'll go back to the 90s. I'm gonna go back to the 90s. Okay. I think I'm trying to remember the year. I think it was 95. It was, the Dreamcast was, I believe, the Dreamcast went out. The Sega Saturn was out, and it was crushing, but it wasn't doing as much. It wasn't doing as good as it was doing, and there was a looming shadow over the gaming community, and it was Sony. Sony was getting in the game. It was putting some skin in. And Sony had a press conference where a well-dressed guy in a dark, seedy-looking, looked like a hall from like the Ramada Inn during E3's humble age. No big theaters, no big thing, just a little seedy conference room and looked like a hotel somewhere. And a guy stepped up to the podium. He tapped his papers on the dais. He grabbed the microphone. He pulled the microphone to his lips. He looked out to the crowd, and he said these words. He said, $2.99, and he walked off the stage.
Oh yeah.
That was when PlayStation 1 $299. And they came in, and it was shots fired. Pow, 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 pow. It was like, they couldn't handle it. It was like, brah! It was like nothing. They was in it. They came out strong. They undercut the Sega Saturn, coming for all the dome pieces, snatching wigs at $300 for a console. And it was like, for these, like, you've seen these beautiful polygonal graphics, and you're already like, how am I gonna pre-order this? Oh my God, I'm so ready. My body, oh, I'm ready. You know, you're already prepared because you hype for this game, you hype for that game, you hype. And that's all he said was $299. I would have loved to be there during the birth of the Sony PlayStation, and just hear that man just go $299 and just walk off the stage. Killed them.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. And then fast forward to the release of the PlayStation 4, the trolling of, like, what was it? I think that was around. Hold on, I got my research. We get my research up. Let me get my research.
The birth of Sony.
My research. I'm like, I gotta go back even further. I think it's on the list. It was 2013. It was like 2013 when around about that year when like Xbox One was doing their whole thing, and they were like, oh yeah, well, we got you on that. You can share games, you can do rentals, you can do used games. It don't matter. We play all them joints. How about that? Run tell that. Mic drop. It was a mic drop. It was a mic drop on a mic drop. It's like, oh, okay. And the subsequent videos are like, here's how you share games. Here you go. I was like, thanks. Wink at the camera. I was like, that was that smooth level of trolling that we have not. That was like, savoring that trolling. That savagery that was beautiful, that I love about Sony. That they lost their way, but they came back. They lost it in PS3, but they brought it back. And they brought it back in spades. Like, we learned our lesson, we figured it out. So, but, you know, that was my moment. I wanted to be at those two conferences. Another best moment was, I'm trying to think. I want to do one more best moment before we get into our cringe special. I want to go back. I'm trying to think of the time. I'm going through the days of E3 Pass that I think. I think that's it. I think we tapped in. No, I wanted to be in the room in the thought process with Mark Cerny. And when I say best, I want to say like a person. And I think Mark Cerny is the best because he's like the father of the PlayStation 4, and he's literally like, I'm going to make a game. You owe me a game. I'm going to make that game. I'm going to make Knack. and I'm going to make Knack, damn it. And nobody asked for Knack. Nobody wanted Knack. But I'm the guy that created the PlayStation 4, and damn it, I'm gonna have my game. You're going to make Knack, and Knack bombed, you know, and Knack was a launch title, and it bombed bad. So what did Mark Cerny say? Okay, he dusted himself off. He pulled down. He fixed his shirt. He got that button down plaid right, and he said, I'm gonna make Mac 2. You hear me? I'm making Mac 2.
This guy.
You can't tell me I can't make it. He's got balls. He's got balls to spare. He made a game nobody wanted. Then he made a sequel to a game nobody wanted. That's confidence right there. this is my game. I'm going to make it. That nobody's going to tell me what to do. I'm going to make that game. I'm like, how many times do we see people who make their passion project and it fails and nobody is able to play it? You know, like, oh, we can't play it. You know, oh, we made it. We made our game. It underperformed. You know, it didn't make the money that it was supposed to make. And it doesn't really get a sequel. And we're like, oh, that sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. A cult classic. It was a cult following. But we'll never get a sequel. This man said, bump all that. I'm going to make another one. I don't care if it didn't sell. I'm going to make another one. And you're going to promote. I'm going to promote it at E3. I'm going to sell it. It's going to be me. You owe this to me. I made the architecture. I made you all these millions of billions of dollars. You're going to make me this game. I don't care. Give me a department. You. You're on Knack 2 development. Let's go. Pick up your keyboards. We're going. I like that. That's a boss move. And that's what I was saying. That's my favorite part of E3. Is this man made a bad game. It didn't sell. And he made another bad game. And it didn't sell. And you know what? I would not be surprised. I didn't mention it. I didn't mention it in Sony, but I mention it now. We could easily see a Knack 3. You never know. If we could easily got a sequel to the Knack, we can get another one. That's not an issue.
Oh no.
He's gonna make another one.
He's like, make me another one, or else you're not getting PlayStation 5.
Right, you're not getting a PlayStation 5 because he's already got the schematics already built for the PlayStation 5 already. He's already got it in his head. He's doing it. He's got the architecture down. He's like, hey, I can pull this back. I can pull this wheel about. I can pull this car over. I'm like, okay, all right. It's cool. Okay, Knack number 3. All right. That's a boss level move right there. That's money laundering. I love it. Give me that. I love it. Okay, now let's get to our cringe. Now, I think we should go ahead and continue what we were talking about before we get to our individual cringes. Let's talk about Ubisoft's misfailings. Because I think that deserves some time. Now, Ubisoft has some really good games. Sometimes they're buggy. Sometimes they're a little incomplete. Their hype message is incredible. Their marketing is impeccable. How they make trailers, how they make materials, how they do featurettes and behind the scene, that stuff is amazing. What irritates me is when they get to EA, and I am not a knock on French people. I think French people are wonderful. I think when French people are beautiful. Their language is amazing to listen to someone speaking French. But when you have somebody from these French developers and they're trying to speak into English, it is legit hard to understand what they are saying. And then to have somebody sell you on a game and you cannot understand what a person says. And I always hear like the word development, and I always hear development. And I'm like, development. And I'm like, okay, but I can't understand you. And then I'm like, oh, I get the game, but I can't understand it because there's no bridge to that. And that's what I loved about Aisha Tyler. Aisha Tyler was the bridge between those two, was the nerdy, tall, black girl that bridged all that together and could make a coherent message. Okay, I'm gonna hear somebody talking British for a while, in French for a while. Then I'm gonna hear Aisha break it down for me so I can understand it a little bit better. And her ankles were immaculate. But Aisha Tyler, but she was also a comedian who was at times very cringy and it felt like there was a lot of instances where that stuff kind of like did not sell well to people who were not familiar with Aisha Tyler's comedy. Cause she is a blurred. She likes blurred things. She is about blurred culture, but more often than not, that didn't really play too well to the base. That didn't play too well.
Got the whole the Girlwood comments that she would make every E3, and I'm like, I get that's your brand, girl. I get it, but most people are like not feeling you on that.
I don't think people. It's like I don't think people know what that means. It's like it feels like Princess. It's like Princess. It feels like Princess Bride. That word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Like I don't think people know what it means. Like girl, you say just because you saying it and that's your part of your brand and part of your message. That don't mean a lot of people know what that means. But okay, sure, we'll go along with that. But I think that leads up to the cringe moment that me and you had a pretty. Had a discussion about, and that was like the Just Dance transition to the Pulse nightclub shooting.
Oh.
That right there was like the level of like I'm just tuning that. I'm like I see it all happening, and I'm watching it because I want to have information for the show, and I listen and I hear all that, and then all of a sudden I hear the thing grind to the halt. And the dancers are still, and then I'm like, she's like, thank you. I just want to wish everyone in Orlando, wish all the families of the victims, the Pulse nightclub shooting, thing. And I look, and I'm like, I hear that, and then I turn around, and I still see the dancers there, and I'm like, why the dancers there? Why didn't they just wait and let the dancers leave and then they say like, okay, inner monologue. Okay, we have the dance. There's the monologue. Everything quiets down. We have the monologue. We have we talk about the shooting because we have to talk about the shooting. And then it's like, okay, and then we go back to games. That was my vote on it. What was your take on it?
I say they skipped the Queen number. Like I feel that you wanted to start it off with a bang. My God, was that thing tasteless? It felt like, I mean, because they started off with the dance number like to blow the socks off everybody, and it was weird, and everyone, I mean, I'm sure it energizes somebody. Like I feel like it energizes somebody. Right. Somebody's really, really into whatever Just Dance number they're gonna do this year for Ubisoft's press conference. But for me, I'm like, okay, this is the weirdest thing because the people are in weird costumes and they're doing their thing, and that's exactly what the Ubisoft wants. And I'm like, all right. And then lights come up, they're still still there, and Aisha Tyler comes out, and then she's got them all together, crowded around her, club shooting, and I'm like, this could have been handled so much better.
It really could.
Don't do the dance number.
It really could.
Send all the dancers home with paid for the thing.
Yeah.
Or film a rehearsal or whatever. Do the thing. Put that in a trailer, and everyone gets their wonderful Just Dance choreographed thing. Like,
yeah.
For their Just Dance thing, and have to be like completely jarred out of our minds from one thing to another one.
Right. Yeah, I agree. That would have been better if they did like E3 trailer. They're at E3. They're dancing around E3, and that's the thing. And then okay, boom, they're done. Pack them up. Pack them up. Here's your paychecks, and then everybody, and then hey, here's paychecks. Enjoy E3. Have a good time, and we'll see y'all whenever. We'll see y'all next year, whatever. It just felt so weird and out of place, and it could have been handled so much better than they did. And the level of like ground to a halt, everybody gathered around like the end of Saturday Night Live. And let's be real for a second. Let's break it down, everybody. Let's break it down. We had a lovely time, but let's break it down. Let's talk about the shooting. Thoughts and prayers. All right, we're out. And I'm like, all right, dancers, leave. No. So badly handled.
Weird choice.
Yeah, such a waste. Such a bad choice. Yeah, but that was indeed something that did happen. Okay, now what was your favorite cringe moment of E3's past?
About
say what now?
Peggle 2.
Oh yeah.
About where dude is talking about all the exclusives for Xbox, and he goes Peggle 2 and jumps up like it's the biggest thing to ever hit Xbox ever, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? He thought in the back of his head that was gonna get some applause or something, or it wasn't just gonna be the weirdest thing to ever happen in the middle of an Xbox conference, and that is even including the time where they dropped an actual car into the middle of the stage while they were talking about Forza.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. They were just like, hey, there's a car, and I'm like, why? I'm like, oh, okay, sure. What was a good moment? I think, well, my go-to has always been like E3 2006, Sony PlayStation 3 press conference. So many memes. Somebody quit. That was like some people lost their job. People got reassigned. It was like the cringe fest. It was like PlayStation 3, $600. And then it's like, and then you get like only like Genji something, and it's like Ridge Racer and Giant Enemy Crab and so much cringe. Kutaragi just holding it up like, hey, you'll never find one. You better get one while you get one. $600 is a great price for it. And then it was like nobody was buying it. Nobody was buying it. Like, oh, if you see one on the store shelves, then we're gonna pay you guys $200. Some of that, like, we're gonna pay you guys a bounty if you see them. Let us know, because they're not gonna be on the shelves. And I love Penny Arcade did a comic about that, and where they literally went around their town and took pictures and drew around those pictures, saying like, here's one at blank blank store at blank blank. Here's 3 more at blank blank blank. You guys owe us like 3,000. You owe us X amount of dollars and X amount of cents. We'll take it in a check. We'll take it in a check, please. Thank you. Here's a place where you can mail our check to. I howled because that was a masterclass in trolling. Because that was at the time when everybody was reading Penny Arcade, and to see that was like the level of like barefaced balls that Sony had, on a level I thought that nobody had those balls. Like that was like Nintendo level of like of hubris, of like, you're not gonna $600 is a fair price for anybody. If you can't afford $600, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You better stop eating those dang ramen noodles. You better start eating ramen noodles and stop brushing your teeth and whatever. Guy, get a second job, whatever. Like, get that. You got to get this thing. And that thing dropped before the price dropped before Christmas. It was like,
oh yeah, no, that was a wreck.
Yeah, it was a wreck. It was one of the dumbest, cringiest things that I've ever seen, and like the level of hubris from the company in which I love, Sony. And I'm like, I can't believe Sony did that. And I'm like, I'm still looking at my PS3, and I'm like, why would they do this? Why?
Why did that to you?
Why would they do? Like, I've been so good to y'all. Why would you treat me with so much disrespect? You don't respect me. That's why I was like a little. That's why I was like a little hesitant. You know, like y'all. You know, I'm a little hurt by that. I'm a little bit slow getting the PlayStation 4. I'm kidding. I'm not really slow about getting the PlayStation 4. I just really can't afford that right now.
Hey, I totally understand. Yeah, Destiny expansion packs to buy.
Oh no!
Okay, but
no. Let's not go there, bro.
But dude, that reminded me real quick that remember when Xbox was talking about the Xbox One, like the first time?
Yeah.
They were bringing it out, and they're talking about the DRM. And then someone asked them, "What do you do if you you don't have a stable internet connection?" And he's like, we got a console for those people. It's called the Xbox 360. And holy shit, that was the worst thing they ever could have said. Because that was the final nail in that coffin.
That was like ultimate dishonor. Ooh, oh, so that's how you're gonna be like that. Okay. They've been paying. Microsoft been paying for it ever since. They've been fighting that fight for the longest time. It's like they've been fighting it. They've been fighting past that stigma for the longest time. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but I don't feel a bit sorry for you about that, because you did that. You said those things. I mean, the guy that said those things, he's not there anymore, but his words still ring true. That was the company line until somebody was like, "Oh hell no, I'm not buying that." And they literally said, "Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I'm okay. We'll change that up. We'll change that up. Okay. And that's what I love about consumerism, about people standing up and voting with their wallets and saying, I am not going to buy that because that is dumb. You have insulted me, and you do not respect me. You treat me like I am not a person, and I'm not going to buy that. When you do and say ignorant and silly things to people will stop. People will vote with their wallets. And if people voted with their wallets and said, no, I am not going to buy this thing until you treat me with respect and give me the console that I asked for, then and only then will companies start figuring it out. We've seen this happen with other things in other ways. And you've seen companies snap out of it and realize, oh crap, I'm about to lose a good bit of market share because I'm going to have a bad quarter because of reasons. We've seen it with Starbucks. We've seen it with, oh God. I mean, we've seen it with these companies who like, we're whatever. We're multinational companies. We don't really need you, except for the fact that you run on our money.
Yeah.
So when we start speaking truth to power, companies will start being like, "Oh yeah, that's not a good idea." We don't respond to that. We want good pilots. And that guy left after that. Like, okay, good. I'm good, and I'm like, good. I'm glad he left. And now they're on the back. They're on a better. Microsoft's on a better track, but but they're still not making those numbers. They're not making those number sales like they wanted to. That Xbox One is like, yeah, it's beautiful. It's the most powerful system out there, but if you got an Xbox One S, ain't no real need for that.
Which is $200 now.
Which is $200 now. It's like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna buy the $500 console? Or are you gonna buy the $200 console? I'm gonna buy the $200 thing. You know, and the same thing goes with like the Pro and the thing. Like, are you gonna buy the $400 console? Or are you gonna buy the $300 console? You know, if all you want to do is play Uncharted, if all you want to do is play Horizon, if all you want to do is play Days Gone, you're not gonna really care about 4K-ish scaling or, you know, HDR support or 60 frames a second. All you want to do is you want to play God of War. All you want to do is you want to play Horizons. All you want to do is play Kingdom Hearts. All you want to do is play Days Gone, Spider-Man, Last of Us. That stuff looks amazing in 30 frames. Why would I want to pay $100 to spend on to get 60? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm out, and I'm gonna buy what I can afford, and that's what I can afford is this. So I do like the fact that companies are not speaking and speaking with their money, you know, and saying like, oh hell no, we're not buying it. You know, we're not buying into that thing. What's another good cringe moment? Oh, Nintendo. Nintendo had some good cringe moments. That Wii U. Not that Wii U. The Wii Music. Oh. With Ravi drums. He's just a dude sitting in the thing playing his drums, and I'm like, okay. And then everybody else is like playing their Nintendo, their Wiimote flutes, looking very inappropriate, and I'm like, okay. And then you had the barefaced bowls to charge $50 for this thing, and I was like, okay.
What was the thing?
It's a thing, and it's like we should charge $50 for it. Now I bought it, but I didn't buy it for $50. I bought it for like $5 at GameStop, and I played it, and I was like, yeah, oh, this is interesting. I played it for like 5 minutes, which is subsequently what you play. And I think that the only thing that this is for like my god kids, and my god kids want something to keep them quiet for like 30 minutes, and it's something for them to like interact with. But other than that, it's like for a 34-year-old man, it is not necessary. And it subsequently failed, and the level of cringe with it. Another cringe moment that Nintendo based, that was with Skyward Sword when the demo broke. Cause I remember you was talking about breaking demos. That demo broke, and that demo broke with Miyamoto-san, and I was like, oh, this is not telling about this game. This is really not telling about this game. This game is janky. If this game breaks with Miyamoto-san, this game's not fun with me. And again, I bought that game too. But I didn't buy that game for $50. I bought that game for $10 at a Kmart, you know, on clearance. And I played that, and it felt like $10. You know the best thing about that one, that copy, it was the 25th anniversary music CD. That was worth $10. The game was not. I sold that one. I sold that one back on Amazon years later for like $20, and I made a $10 profit. So I think I did. I think I came out okay in the deal. Yeah, Nintendo. I'm glad Nintendo had what's called a peripherals problem, where they kept constantly making bad peripherals with stuff that they didn't need to. Like Wii Fit is good. I never had a problem with Wii Fit. I still use my Wii Fit balance board every day to track my weight, even though the weight tracking is bogus. But I still use it every day to kind of like keep a good idea, to like keep a general idea of what my weight is. But that whole vitality sensor thing, that was dumb that was dumb between 2 slices of bread with lettuce, pickles, and onions, and I was like, why? And apparently they couldn't figure it out because they couldn't justify, because that thing didn't come out. They were like, they saw the backlash and it's like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Why? No, I don't want that. Get out, So that didn't go anywhere.
One thing that we did though was get everyone into gaming. Like it was everyone's like, or it was that whole generation's like first console.
That saddens me. If we is somebody's first console, I understand, but it saddens me because like, wow.
Or is Wii U being someone's first game console?
Wow. Yeah.
This is my 2 cents.
Yeah.
I had a little boy come up to me in Target asking about Wii U games, and I was like, "You poor thing."
Shaking my head. Nah,
you can't get those here.
You can't get those here. Try the pawn shop.
Sure, GameStop will sell you them for like $80.
Yeah, $80. Yeah. I'm like, no, sir. Not here. We can sell you a Switch. We can sell you some Switch games though, but.
Here's what you need now. You can upgrade and be happy.
Yeah, switch it. Do you better, little kid. Now run along. Tell your parents. I think did we cover everything? Okay. I think did we get everything?
We did. I mean, Devolver Digital's having another conference, so that's gonna be weird as shit.
Oh yeah.
But other than that.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I think we got them all. I mean, most of it is stuff. I mean, if there's stuff that we haven't heard yet, it'd be major surprises because pretty much we've touched on everything that we could have thought was coming out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think so. I'll probably get my E3 bingo board out. And see if I make bingo this year. Always somebody has like a E3 bingo and be like, oh, this game or that game and this thing and that thing was said. So I'll probably play the E3 bingo this year, like I did last year. I didn't get bingo last year, but maybe I might get it this year. Who knows? Yeah. Well, I guess we can call that one a wrap. You got anything to plug, Warren?
No, I mean, pay attention to my website. I've got a couple things coming through the pipeline that I'm working on right now. So, hit me up at warrendalton.net. On Twitter at Warren D Books. Or Warren Dalton Books.
Okay.
I'm always looking for new stuff. Always willing to talk to new people, new creators. So if you draw, you write, you type, you play video games,
Okay. All right. I'll since Cutie Pie left, I will plug her stuff. You can check her out. She just started a YouTube YouTube channel at Cutie Pie. That's QTPYEX. She's Cutie Pie X. She's also on Twitter at Cutie Pie X. I don't know if I'll probably do a link or something. I'll try to do a link in the description for YouTube when this releases tomorrow. Or today, or whenever it releases, but hopefully it releases by Saturday. I will put that in the description below. Yeah, so you can check out her channel, and you can check her out on Twitch. She's always on Twitch. She's probably streaming right now. You can follow her on Twitch at QTPYEX, I believe, on Twitch. And yeah. And you can also check me out. You can check me out at at twitch.tv/KKSgaming. If you're watching now, you probably already know about Twitch. But if you're not, or you're on YouTube, you can check me out at twitch.tv/KKSgaming, twitch.tv/KKSgaming. And if you haven't been on my YouTube, you can check me out on YouTube at KKS Gaming, because I'm the best KKS Gaming on YouTube right now. I'm the top #1 KKS Gaming on YouTube. You search KKS Gaming, you see me at the #1. I'm the #1 guy, or maybe the #2. But even if I'm #2, I'm #1. Even if I'm #3, I'm #1. I'm the best out there. Ask about me, they'll tell you. And you can definitely check me out at those places. But again, thank you guys for coming to this live podcast, our yearly thing. I don't know exactly when we're going to do the wrap up, but we'll probably do the wrap up sometime. We'll probably do the wrap up probably on a Thursday, probably next Thursday. Same Kevy time, same Kevy channel. And just kind of check my Twitter, twitter.com/KevyKevShow. That's KEVIKEVSHOW. You can check me out there. That's where you're going to get all my information. That's where you get all my ramblings, all my nonsense, my ranting, and updates on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter. That's where you get it. And my Facebook, you can check me out on my Facebook page at KKS Gaming on Facebook. So you can check that. You can also get information and cool clips from live streams and YouTube videos that I'm making. So you can check that stuff out there. And yeah, I guess Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you to Gus and Shroud and Berserk and my boy Courage Wolf. I thank y'all guys for showing up and showing me some love. I appreciate y'all. And on behalf of Cutie Pie and my boy Warren, we say good night to y'all. Have a good whenever you watch this, as long as you watch this. Peace, everybody. Say good night, Warren.
Good night, Warren.
Never gets old, y'all. Never gets old. Joke's 50 years old and never gets old. Good night, everybody.